Where do merchant mariners live? Now, is that even the right question you should be asking? Where can't you live in the merchant marine? That is the right question to ask. Now, there is no industry in the world to where you can live anywhere in the world and still work in the country you wish to work. So, for example, for me, I'm a U.S. merchant mariner. I'm in the United States Merchant Marine, and that's where I work. Where I live can be anywhere in the world. So in my community, Sailors Connect, which is a place for people who are interested in merchant marine, people who are interested in sea, who want to advance in the maritime industry, all come together, help each other out, and make some awesome friends along the way. It's a great place to get started and learn about the industry. Link in the description. But in this community, I have a couple people who are in the merchant marine and they live all over the world. So Jeff on board, amazing YouTuber, amazing guy, awesome in my community. He is a merchant mariner and has been a merchant mariner for a long time. Excellent experience, very knowledgeable human being. And he lives in Brazil. And he works in the United States Merchant Marine. Now I have other people. My friend Luis, the man Luis, his whole point of getting into the merchant marine is to be able to have a good paying job where he can work for months at a time and have off for months at a time, but also be able to live anywhere he wants. He wants to live in the Dominican Republic, where he is from, but still make American wages. Take that money and put it somewhere where it's a little easier and more affordable to live. Very easy to do this. It's a very common thing to live anywhere in the world in the merchant marine. I know people who live in the Philippines, people who live in Thailand, people who live all down around South America, all over the world. And they get to do that in the merchant marine. Like I said, if that interests you in Sailors Connect, I have a whole discussion forum strictly about living overseas and the opportunities of living overseas. My friend Aaron, he's very knowledgeable when it comes to living overseas, specifically in Paraguay, which is fucking awesome. But this is a opportunity of a lifetime in the merchant marine. You can have a job where you can advance, you can have a pension, you can have benefits, work in a beautiful place on the ocean, busting your ass. But you can leave this ship and go anywhere you want. You don't even need to live somewhere. I know people who every time they get off the ship, they just go somewhere different. They have a P.O. box in a state with no state tax. So they get their taxes through that state. Say, for example, in Florida, they have a P.O. box, a mailbox down in Florida. No actual residency, just a P.O. box. They get the lack of state tax from Florida and they take advantage of that. And then every time they go off the ship, they go to a different country. They go stay in Thailand for the month. They go stay in the Philippines, in Vietnam, in Colombia, in Argentina. Anywhere you want, you can do that. This gives you the opportunity to go visit and see the world on and off the ship. I'm only talking about when you're home. You can, while you're on the ship, you're traveling the world. You're getting to see all the world by sea, visiting all these awesome countries. But that's only half the reason that I love the Merchant Marine and half the reason I got into the Merchant Marine. You have all the freedom in the world to do whatever you want outside of your job as well. To travel the world, to gain all this experience through the cultures and all these different countries on your off time. Because you have months out of the year where you're completely off. I'm on a rotation where I'm on a month and off a month all year. Every time I'm home, I can do whatever I want. I can go travel, see the world. Now, you can work for 6 months, 8 months, and take the rest of the year off. There were years when I would work for 4 months and take 8 months off straight, and I would still have a job opportunity with a pension and benefits to come back to in the merchant marine. Now, I promise you, there aren't many job opportunities in the world where you get to do this, where you can be making over six figures in a job to where you can have multiple months off in the year to travel the world and always have a job to come back to. I don't take vacation days. When I'm off the ship, that is my vacation. I don't need to take vacation days. I have 6 months out of the year to where I'm on vacation every single year. And you take advantage of that off time and do whatever the hell you want. Travel the world, live wherever you want. I mean, the company will usually fly you to the ship. So it's not even like you're paying hell money to get to the ship. Sometimes, yeah, you gotta pay out of pocket if the company has a tight ass or whatever it is. But most of the time, they'll fly you to the ship. They'll get you there and they'll get you home. So why not live anywhere the fuck you want? Why not travel the world in your off time? Go live in freaking Japan if you want to. And still be making US dollars. That doesn't go as far. Japanese wages are basically the same, but anywhere you want, anywhere in the world you want, you can live. That's the crazy thing about being in a merchant marine. I mean, you think about all similar opportunities, like if you're in the Navy, if you're in the Coast Guard, two similar options to the merchant marine. One, you have more off time in the merchant marine than you do in the Coast Guard and Navy. You have way more flexibility and control over your schedule in the merchant marine, and you can live wherever you want. It's not, it's so easy to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go live down in the Dominican Republic for me to do that. Nothing would change. I would come back to this exact job, come back to this exact time. Nothing about my experience in the merchant marine would change, no matter where I lived. It's like, who else could do that and have such an easy time to do it? Like, it's not a challenge to do that. There are so many people in this industry and in my community, Sailors Connect, that does that, that lives all over the world. If you had any desire to live in any part of your country or any part of the world, but still have a steady job that can always go back to and you can advance in, the Merchant Marine is right for you. It's a perfect place to do it. There is really no other opportunities to do that. If you had any desire to travel, but your job is just holding you down, you feel like you're kind of locked in, you're like, man, I never have the time to travel. What do I get? What do these fucking corporate jobs give you? Two weeks a year to go on a vacation? Like, what do you have enough time to just go to fucking Florida? Somewhere warm in you know what I mean? I have 6 months out of the year to go fucking travel. 6 months out of the year. And that's with this specific job. There's other jobs where I have more. There's other jobs where you can work more and have less time off. Whatever you want. You have full freedom of decision to make where you live and how often you go there. Like, damn. What other opportunity gets you that? The Merchant Marine. If you have any interest, sick of this corporate shit, you want to go to the sea, travel the world, live wherever you want, the Merchant Marine is right for you. And make sure to check out Sailors Connect. Link in the description. My community. Awesome people all over the world. Great way to make some serious friends. And when you do start your journey in the Merchant Marine, I hope to see you out there. Sail on.